Okay, now we are going to talk about stock market. What is stock market? A stock market is an organized place where stocks, bonds, or other securities are bought and sold. Colombo Stock Exchange (CSE). It is the organization responsible for the operation of the stock market in Sri Lanka. A company limited by guarantee, licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka to operate as a stock exchange in Sri Lanka. Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka. The SEC is the statutory body entrusted with the task of regulating the securities market in Sri Lanka. For the purpose of carrying out its objectives, the SEC where grants license to the stock exchange, stock brokers, stock dealers, and managing companies of unit trust as well as register all market intermediaries, investment managers, margin providers, underwriters, credit rating agencies, and clearing houses. The Colombo Stock Exchange, CSE. The Colombo Stock Exchange is the organization responsible for the operation of the stock market in Sri Lanka. Through CSE, companies and the investors are provided with facilities for meeting each other at a transparent and systematic environment. Content: the CSC is a company limited by guarantee established under the Companies Act number 17 of 1982 and re-registered under number 7 of 2007 and is licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka to operate as the stock exchange in Sri Lanka. At present, the CSC functions as a market operator and through its fully owned subsidiary, Central Depository System Private Limited, acts as a clearing and settlement system facilitator. The CSC also oversees compliance through a set of rules, promote standards of corporate governance, and is actively involved in investor education. What is a share? A share is simply a part ownership of a company. It represents a unit in the share capital of the company. When you own one or more shares in a company, you are called a shareholder. In return for investing in the company, shareholders can receive dividends and other benefits such as the right to vote at annual general meetings and extraordinary general meetings of shareholders, entitlement to right issues, investing in shares, spending money to purchase company shares with the expectation of obtaining a monetary return in the future is known as investing in shares. Here, the investor can be an individual, a government, or an institution. The investor can purchase the shares listed on the Colombo Stock Exchange at his discretion. However, an investor should always keep in mind that generally investing in share is riskier than other modes of investment, but the risk shouldn't be a deterrent factor since there are ways of minimizing risk and maximizing returns. Securities traded at the CSE. The CSE provides the platform for trading of a range of securities for investors to choose from, diversifying their investment as well as mitigating risk. Ordinary voting shares, also called as normal shares, ordinary non-voting shares, preferences shares, rights, warrants, corporate debentures, units of closed-end funds.
Primary and secondary markets. An investor can purchase shares in two ways. One, primary market. Second one is secondary market. Primary market is where companies issues new securities to raise money. Investors buy these directly from the companies through the initial public offering. Companies must publish the prospectus that gives detail about their businesses, finances, and future plans. These documents, along with the IPO application, are available on the CSE websites. Then, when an IPO is announced, investor with the CDS account can apply by sending the form with payment or through the CSE mobile app. Secondary market. The secondary market is where already issued securities are bought and sold among the investors. Transactions take place through stockbrokers. To invest, you must have a CDS account with the stockbroker or custodian bank, which is free to open. Before the investing, always study the company and its sector to choose shares that fit your investment goals. Role of the stockbroker. Stockbroker firms act as the intermediaries in trading at the CSE. Their services range from providing investment advisors, research report, and online trading platforms, etc. Investors who open CDS accounts through custodian banks also have to place their orders through it is the only stockbroker firm that have access the CSE's automated trading system. Once the CDS account is open, an investment advisor will be assigned to oversee the relevant account. The investor is advised to coordinate with the relevant investment advisor in relation to all activities of the account. Benefits of investing in shares: capital gains, dividends, rights and issues, capitalization of reserves, liquidity, performance indicators. Usually, the performance of the stock market is reflected by its price indices. The CSE has two main price indices, the All Share Price Index and S&P Sri Lanka 20 Index. The CSE also publishes the sector indices, total return indices, and CSE Industry Group indices. How to invest in the Colombo Stock Exchange? It is mandatory for the investor wishing to purchase securities through an IPO or conduct share transaction through the secondary market to open a securities account in the Central Depository System Private Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of the CSE, which acts as the 13th depository and clearing arms of the CSE through the participant organization. The applicant has to submit the duly completed client account opening forms together with the relevant supporting document to the participant. After scrutinizing the account opening documents, including the supporting documents and the participant in the case of the stockbroker firms and the CDS in the case of custodian bank will register the applicant in the CDS system. Account opening process. Client fill the form. After client hand over the application to the stockbroker with the supporting document. After that, client risk assessment and KYC verification carried out the stockbroker. Then KYC guide is after that. Stockbroker makes the decisions on board the client. After that, stockbroker open the account. Then ease of the process. Alternatively, prospective investor can download the CSE app from the Google Play Store or Apple App Store and open the CDS account by submitting the online application through the app. CSE strongly recommended the use of app, which is the most convenient and hassle-free way to open a CDS account. Few basic guidelines for investing opening of CDS account. Understand your risk appetite, think long-term, diversify, get professional advice, study company fundamentals, don't panic in the crisis.